or a bolster. So I would like for us to sit on a block here. And this could be 2 blocks. This depends really on the amount of flexion we have in our hips. If you sit on 1 block or on a pillow and you're rounding your spine like this, you got to sit higher, right? Because we're going to find our sits bones back again. Feet are flat on the ground, hopefully. Maybe 1 foot has to be a little more forward. That'll make it a tiny bit easier. But if you can, coming right into this deep hip flexion, deep knee flexion, maybe your feet are further away. This is really dependent on how much did you work your knees in the past, or overworked your knees in the past, or didn't work your knees in the past. The knees are really interesting because if you don't do a lot of knee bend, and they're going to stop doing it. Really, it's yeah. So we have to gently ask again, and maybe over time you can walk the feet a little further in. You can hold onto your shins here, pushing the sits bones back, softening the kidneys again, and then start to press your feet down into the floor and feel how that turns on pelvic floor, belly, legs, hip flexors. But this is kind of my, nobody could tell that you're working hard here, only yourself. Pushing the sits bones down and back, blah, soft ribs, and use all of your toes. The whole foot is going to push down, little arch lift, tiny bit, and then let it release for a moment. And then feel, boom, I really actually want to collapse here. Send the sits bones back. Pull the kidneys softly back. The head might come forward. Try not to be concerned with that. It's going to happen. But if the head is too far on top of our ribs right now, I would say for all of us, we're too extended, right? So getting those kidneys back, diaphragm, breast strap area back. Hold on with your hands to your shins to your hands. Push your feet down into the floor and really work it. Really hard. Now, going into a wider position, so going to an external rotation, knees turn out, feet turn out. You're going to put your upper arm bones inside your knees, inside your thigh bones. You can even put your palms together here. Stick your butt out. And it's going to be a little different. There is a little bit more rounding in my spine. It's what has to happen at the end of every squat. The spine it softly rounds. It's kind of a little bit of a tuck, but it's what has to happen. Right? We don't want to sit in a tuck, but we squat down, and there's my little tuck. Press the hands into your arms. Hands into each other, arms into legs, legs into arms. And just breathe here. And can you take the diaphragm a little bit back? So just making sure I have an evenly rounded spine here. Draw the shoulders a little down the back, put the arm bones back into the socket, and turn your head looking side to side. So we're isolating our head and neck rotation. We're working our inner thighs because they're pushing hard into our arms. Push your feet down into the floor. And just let the head do anything. We have to free up the head and neck out of the shoulders so badly. Very good. Now, is there a moment, so we're going to let that push go, where you could just say, yeah, exactly. I'm lifting off my block. I'm going to sit back down. And that block could be even second height, right? It could be a little higher here. Can I just come into a little lift off, and I'm going to sit back down? Yeah, very good. So this is going towards our squats. And then maybe in the next 5 years or so, I don't know, 2 years, 5 months, we can take that block away. I don't know, right? That's an option. But do find your block. Practice this. This is what I always say. This is what I do in the evening, if we shall watch something on television, whatever that is, that's where I spend an hour. I'm crazy, I know, but that's what I'm doing. That's where I'm sitting. So let's see if we can actually